Dun 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 dun. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Hurt Business Podcast. My name's Ferris Ryan. Today I'm joined by
Josh, what's going on?
Real Bad Man.
Real bad man.
And
This is like take two.
which is impressive because usually we run through about 4 of these, but we'll see. Hopefully this continues to run smoothly.
It's now 9:45 p.m. Eastern. What time did we open this up? Like, what do you think?
We started
9:11. Wow.
Yeah, it's only been a few minutes, few attempts, but here we are. We're here to talk about that Teofimo Lopez, Jermaine Ortiz fight that's happening this Thursday, Super Bowl weekend. Maybe some Super Bowl picks from Joshy here at the end, if we're lucky.
We'll save that for the Richie and Mecco connection. You guys don't want to hear my football picks. Just go there, man. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
But also, an interesting fight on this Teofimo card is that Keyshawn Davis, Jose Pedraza fight that I don't know if you've been seeing the media leading up to it, but it's been pretty entertaining from a viewer standpoint. And in terms of the fight, like it could be so fun in so many different directions. It's a big test for Keyshawn, former world champion, and Jose Pedraza. A lot of fun names on this fight card that I'm not sure if Josh you want to talk about today, but definitely that Teofimo, man. First and foremost, what do you think about them fighting on a fucking Thursday, bro?
I mean, I don't hate it, but I also don't love it. You know, it's like whatever. It's the Super Bowl weekend.
Yeah,
they couldn't find any other date to do it on. You know, it's whatever. Yeah, I guess we're watching it after work. You know, so it sucks. But
and then like we got work the next day, so it's like let's make it fast. Let's not make it a long night. We don't really got to sit all night and watch fights. We got work the next day.
Yeah, no, I like that idea. I think this is a great fight, man. Jermaine Ortiz, man, it's just no slouch, man. You know, Teofimo, he's gonna have a difficult opponent to come up against. This is a guy who came into a couple of fights, man, that I want to mention. The Jamel Herring fight, which was a big upset, man, for the fans. I mean, a lot of people thought Jamel had it. They thought he was going to be the superior fighter going into the fight, and Jermaine was just completely underestimated. He demolished Jamel in this fight. I mean, I look at this fight and I'm thinking, man, Jamel's days are gone, man. Like he's probably thinking it like, man, these younger cats, man, I just don't got it anymore. And he beat the brakes off of him. So that was one fight I was very impressed with this kid by. And then we got to see after that fight, that landed him his fight with Vasily Lomachenko, man, which was a big fight, man. I remember watching this, man, the other day, just as a reminder. And he was beating Vasily, man. He was beating him to the punch. He looked faster than him. It was an incredible fight, and then Vasily just came with the second win, and he just like stumbled this guy towards the later rounds. He hurt Vasily pretty early too. I think in that first round, he clipped him really good with a left hook, and Vasily had a little bruising under that eye. And yeah, I liked a lot from this kid, man. I like a lot of his skill set. I think he's got good volume. He's got great power. We got to see that too against Vasily. And so I kind of like these things going into the fight with Teofimo, because these are things that Teofimo kind of struggles with power and speed. We've seen that previously with fights back in 2020 and, you know, pre-COVID. And, you know, that's just been a big thing for him is power. And when fighters push him back, because he's a flat-footed fighter, he likes to push forward as well. So when a fighter is not fighting on the back foot, you know, he has trouble. And this guy is no fighter that's going to sit back, man. He's going to bring it to you. Yeah, I like him, man. I like him. I think he's a great opponent. I think he's dangerous. I think he presents a lot of problems for Teofimo with the longer range. You know, he has a very good lunging jab. these are just great things, man. I like everything I'm seeing from this guy. Um, yeah, I mean, and he's a Worcester guy too, man. So
Yeah, yeah, I
I
was
gotta shout
waiting.
him out.
Yeah,
Yeah, nah, I didn't even know he was from Worcester, like at all.
I was wondering how long it was gonna take until you mentioned that part of it, and it took you until the very end. He's from our home state, man. So low key
Yeah,
part of I think both of us is like leaning towards that, but
yeah.
is
It's a
that the
tough fight
emotion?
for him, you
Is that
know.
the emotional pick though? Going with the hometown guy, going with the guy that's like that lives up the street from us. Like we're talking about Teofimo Lopez here? We're talking about the
Yeah,
guy who
yeah,
like ran 35. He was in some of the biggest fights in that division and at 140. Like he's undisputed there. Is like the guy kind of has done it all. This is a humongous test for Jermaine Ortiz and a lot on the line, man. He could take home a lot of stock with a win over Teofimo at this stage, given Teofimo's recent string of fights and how good he's looked. Like
yeah,
Teofimo's last fight against Josh Taylor, I mean,
yeah. It was
like
remarkable.
it was unbelievable, and he's had like moments where he's looked really good like that, but that's against some of the top guys that we know. And Jermaine, he
Yeah,
hasn't proved to be one of those top guys. So is a matchup like this, is
he's
it
only
getting
had one fight at 140, so
and that's another thing. But is a fight like this, is a matchup like this getting Team Teofimo out of his bed? Is it motivating him the way it should be? I don't know.
yeah, that's a good way to put it. I think that's good, but I think Tiafimo's kind of had that. I think that realization's gone. I think that went out the window with his fight with Cambosis. I think where he's not underestimating any opponent anymore.
Yeah.
I think we've kind of hopefully gone past that stage, and we've seen that with his previous fights. He doesn't look like he's taking anybody less serious than the Josh Taylors or like a Sander Martin, which is what it is. But this he's tough, man, and he's been backing it up too. I mean, even though he lost to Teofimo, you watched the fight, man. Anybody knows he was winning that fight. And Vasily, it's just what he does, man. He comes
Yeah.
back and he beat him to it, man. So,
Yeah.
um,
The knock on Loma is always that he's a slow starter. It
yeah,
takes some time to
that's
get
what
the
he does,
ignition
man.
running.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the big knock. But like to the point you're making, and to Jermaine's credit, like he looked really good against Loma for a
yeah,
certain amount of those rounds. Can he translate that? Can that version of Jermaine pop up
yeah,
against Teofimo and win some rounds? Is very possible. And I like that the Worcester kid. I would love to see him bring home a world champion Super Bowl weekend. It's a big platform, man. It's a big evening. But
yeah.
like I don't like could you go like are you genuinely picking against Tio here?
No, that's the thing. It's like you do make a good point about the whole emotional aspect of the fight. Um, honestly, that doesn't really get to me. I literally just found out he's from Worcester. But I will 100% always back the guy in our hometown. Like that's just like
Yeah,
you have to do it, right? Like
agreed.
you have to root for the hometown hero. But I think it'll be a tough fight for him. I think nonetheless it's going to be a tough fight. Like Tiafimo is dangerous. Like he's like this one of the scariest guys in this division right now, and um, this guy has every every aspect of his game can win him this fight. Like he there's nothing I don't see out of this guy that he doesn't stop Tiafimo. Um, I think if he fights close range, I feel like he's got the advantage in there, right? He's much bigger guy. He can break him down with the clinch. I think from a distance, he's a much longer guy than Teofimo. I think he can break him down if he doesn't lunge forward too much, and runs into punches, which he has done quite a bit in some of his previous fights. So it's like 50-50, it's like he has the skill set, but then also Teofimo has this skill set, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Um, Man, I just think this is a lot closer than what people think, man. I think this is going to be a close fight. Um, I think I'm gonna lean towards Teofimo though, because man, I just think his championship. I think his championship cadence. I think him just being in there with the best and proving himself against the best. Um, it's just in his DNA, man. Like
Yeah,
he does this,
yeah,
and it's gonna be. I feel like it's gonna be hard in some moments for his opponent to try to stay in there, but I think he'll keep it close. Um, yeah, it's gonna be a tough one, man.
mm.
I really think this is gonna be a close fight.
Yeah, no, I agree in the sense where it's gonna be a close fight for sure, for sure. And I just looked up the line as you were talking. They got Teofimo at a -175 is crazy.
Yeah,
Sorry, -750.
yeah, -750 is that's
Yeah.
insane.
That's like, what? Like, that's and now, like, the emotion is definitely swaying even more in the opposite direction, but, like, if I'm listening to my mind in this equation, I think your point about Tiafimo proving it in the bigger moments is the biggest one in this situation. Jermaine, unfortunately, has never been in a fight of this magnitude. Like, yeah, he fought Loma, but it was not on a stage like this.
Yeah,
Uh, and that's not saying that Jermaine cannot perform like at his best on a big stage, but will his best be better than Tiafimo? I don't think so.
yeah,
And these guys have a history, and they fought in the amateurs. And Tio got the best of him there. So I think Tiafimo has a little extra confidence heading into this one, knowing that, like, I
yeah,
already schooled you once. It's gonna happen again. I've
right,
only gotten better since then, and so have you. But
yeah,
again, I've gotten better since then. So what is that? What
yeah,
does that? What does that do for you?
yeah,
Uh, but yeah, man, I think Tio got the experience in his, and it's crazy to think like the dude's only 26, bro.
yeah. Like he's
Talking about a
still,
two-time, like, undisputed two-weight class world champion, one of two guys to ever do it. It's just him and Terrence Crawford.
yeah,
Like, it's incredible stuff, and the guy's only 26.
that's incredible. Is I used to hate on him I just because
I know
his
you
fuck,
did. I know you did.
but the guy you just can't you can't deny the fact that he's just such a gifted boxer, man, and man, he's just so good in the ring, man. Like it's hard to even explain some of the shit he does, man. He's just such a gifted fighter. Um, yeah. So are you leaning towards Teofimo? It's what it looks like.
Yeah, I'm going Tio, man.
Yeah, I agree. I think when it's all said and done, I think he'll break Ortiz down pretty well. I think his athleticism, the strong counter punches out of him, the power, it'll play a big factor in this fight. And Ortiz has shown quite a bit, especially in that Lomachenko fight, to be a pretty easy target to hit most times. I think he will try to push a very, very uncomfortable pace for Teofimo that he won't enjoy, which is what will make this a closer fight. Like we'll see a lot of clinch. Um, I feel like we'll see Teofimo get on the ropes quite a bit, but then I feel like he'll figure him out quite a bit more towards the later rounds, and then you won't see him on the ropes as much. We'll see that footwork really come into play, and Teofimo will just take over. But it'll be
Yeah.
close. I think this will really be close because it's tough, man. Because this is a hard hitting guy, man. Like it's tough when like the guy can like when the opponent can like really fucking punch. It's so tough to just not consider, that the aspect of the game to playing a difference in this fight. And I just think at one, just not enough fights at this weight class, man, is another big reason
Yeah.
why I'm going Teofimo. One fight at this weight class is just not enough for me. Teofimo has already been dominating in this weight class for quite a bit, some time
He
now.
beat
So
Josh Taylor, dude.
he
He
beat
beat Jo
Josh Taylor, like
that's all
that
the experience.
alone.
Yeah, that's all the experience you need to prove that you belong in a weight class, is to beat the best guy of the
Yeah,
generation at that size, so
yeah. So the only thing I really can give him credit for in this weight class is the fact that he can take a punch in this weight class. We've seen it already.
Tio
Um, no, Ortiz,
Ortiz. Okay.
Tio as well, but Ortiz he can take a punch. He can take a punch. Um, yeah, I think 7-5, man. I'm on 7-5
Oh,
Teofimo.
wow, you think, that goes the distance.
Yeah, I think it goes the distance. I don't think he'll stop him just because I think, like I said, he's tough. He's got a good chin. I don't think he'll be. Man, it's just tough, man. Because I want to, because it's possible. It's just boxing. It's can't deny the inevitable. Teofimo could easily knock him out, or a late stoppage. That's in the possibility. The realm of
Also, yeah,
possibility.
yeah, yeah. They can get one of them can we
Yeah,
get tired at the end.
yeah, but I'm gonna go 7-5, man. I'm gonna go 7-5 to you.
Let's
I think
go.
that I
Let's
think
go.
that's the bet.
My prediction won't be that specific. I'll just take T.O. But an interesting, I don't know if you've seen this. Did you see the press conference yesterday?
I watched a little bit of what Jermaine had to say. He was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna take his head off. I'm gonna
Yeah,
fucking
the usual shit.
yeah." The
What I
usual
want to
shit.
reference was T.O. having the book the whole time. Did you see that?
I didn't see any Tio clips. Not gonna lie.
It wasn't nothing of what he said or anything of like nothing of substance, but this dude like pulled up to this press conference and had a book and acted like he was reading the whole time.
Okay, so he's just being disrespectful.
He's being goofy, man. It's just T.O. being a silly, like being like he was waiting for the host to ask him what are you reading, and then he can just go off on some random, you know what I'm saying, some random former Japanese warrior.
Oh my
You know
gosh.
what I mean? Like
Was
it
it the
was like,
Bible? What did he have in his what was he reading?
bro. I think no bullshit. I think it was like a Bruce Lee book. Talking about Bruce Lee,
That's
my
kind of
man.
tough. That's kind of tough though, nah.
You think so? I just think time and place like that. It just don't make sense. Like that. You know, like nobody ever is like, I'm gonna go to this press conference and this is my time to read my book.
But do you think he's reading it just to read it, or do you think he's just like trying to get people to talk about the fight?
That's I don't. But like here
I
I am
rest I rest my
talking about
case.
it. Here
I
I am
rest my
talking
case.
about it. So you got
Yeah.
you're
I,
right.
re-
You're right,
I
gang.
rest my case.
Another interesting part of that press conference was an interaction between Tio and Keyshawn Davis.
Do tell.
So apparently Keyshawn, there was an interview with Tio and where he said that Pedraza was going to beat Keyshawn.
Okay, so
And
Keyshawn had a little something to say about that.
exactly. And live on the press conference right then and there, you just see them talking to each other. And in the moment, like I'm like, what are they saying? And then the host asks, they don't give us the right answer. Later on, Top Rank being messy, they release the entire clip verbatim. You hear exactly what is said. And yeah, Keyshawn was just like, "Hey man, I didn't appreciate what you said. I took it as disrespect." And Tio was like, "I never mean to disrespect you, brother." Just like with the book in his hand, and I'm like, "This is so silly." Like Tio's such a character, man, such a character, and it's I don't know. He's one
Do
of
you
those
expect
like
anything less of him though? To be a goofball?
not
Like
at all, man. He's definitely a character in the game that I appreciate. Like we need a Tio that's just gonna bend the rules, do a whole bunch of weird shit. We kind of
yeah.
need that, don't we?
Yeah. I mean, that's it just makes boxing more exciting, you know. There's not a lot of like showmanship in boxing, you know what I mean? It's all serious and then, people appreciate, a little shit talk here and there and then like these guys get in the ring and they handle business. So that's always fun, right? But like he's like a funny guy inside and out of the ring. So it's like a little cringe sometimes, but
Definitely a little cringe sometimes.
but
Definitely.
he's entertaining enough, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And his skill backs it. Like, it's
agreed. Yeah, I'm definitely a Tio stan, and I think like on his best night, he can beat anybody at 40. Anybody,
anybody.
anybody. But speaking of Keyshawn Davis, man, I'm super excited to see him co-main in this Thursday. I want to say this Saturday, I want to say this weekend, but it's not. That's not.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, it's not happening. And as you listen to this, it might be today. You
It
know,
will be today.
yeah, it probably will be today. But Keyshawn Davis, man, he's really on the rise. The kid is young. The kid is good. The kid is taking over the sport. In a big test, like I said at the beginning, man, against Jose Pedraza, former world champion. And this one is a special one because this is the first fight. I don't know if you've been following the Keyshawn Davis storyline over the past few months, but he got suspended for smoking the Mary Jane, which is personally, I don't think he should have been suspended because I'm pro the Mary Jane, but You're a pro athlete. I respect it. But okay, point is he quit, and yeah, this is the first time we'll get the chance to see a fully sober, fully dedicated, fully clear-minded Keyshawn Davis, and against his toughest test to date in Jose Pedraza, former world champion. And I am so excited because I honestly think Keyshawn Davis could be the future uh, of whatever weight class he's in, because he's still young, he's still growing into the body, man. Like we don't know where he'll end up weight class wise, but I think he's a real threat to anybody in that 140-pound division. So I enjoy that interaction with Tio because that's a potential matchup there. But this weekend he's facing Jose Pedraza, and I am pumped to see it. What do you think about the fight, Joshi?
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't heard of Keyshawn Davis.
That's
I've never,
crazy. That's
I've
why,
never.
low key, I knew it. I was looking at your face, and I was like, I'm gonna go on a little tangent here. I'm gonna go big screen and just share my thoughts and kind of narrate the whole storyline. Because man, watch Keyshawn Davis this weekend. Just really like give it some time. Watch
Like
that co-main and just let me know what you think about. We'll talk about it on the pod on Tuesday or Monday whenever we record the reaction.
I like the introduction. I also like his name, the businessman. That's a nice nickname.
Businessman, come on, bro. And look, it gets better.
But
Like he's
Jose Pedraza, man. I'm sorry, man. This guy's a beast.
Jose Pedraza is.
This guy is a beast,
He
bro.
is. He is.
He
He
might do
is.
some. I mean, I don't know Keyshawn Davis, but I know Jose Pedraza. So it's
Yeah. Yeah. Which is that's the
oh
right
man.
thing for you to say. That's the right thing for you to say. But whenever you watch on Thursday and you watch your boy Jose Pedraza get schooled,
Wow.
don't be shocked, man. Keyshawn, he's really entertaining, bro. He's everything you'd want. He's everything you'd want. Like imagine a Shakur that hits hard.
That's kind of terrifying, actually. I had to think about that for a second.
Just wait till you see this on Thursday, man. And he's I think what goes into this is a lifetime of dedication, yada yada. But like the kid has three brothers, all of whom are boxers. He's like the middle, older one stopped boxing. So they're all coaching and each other, all working together, just building a crazy
Yeah, I like
culture.
that.
He's in there with the Bomac camp. Like you better watch out, man. You better put him on your radar, Joshy.
Well, I wish him the best of luck. I mean, this could be a tough fight. Uh, I'm excited to see him. I've never watched a fight from this guy, so I'm excited to watch him.
Let's go. Let's go. Should be a fun night of fights. A lot of up and coming top ranked guys on this early prelims. Anybody you're excited to see?
Just your boy, man, Keyshawn Davis. I'm
Let's
excited,
go.
excited to watch him.
Let's
He fought
go,
Anthony Yiga. That's crazy.
bro. He beat
He
the
got some
shit
names.
out of
Yeah,
you.
he got some names on here. That's not bad.
But I feel like you watched the Giga fight. You
I
just
feel
watched.
like I've seen that fight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We talked about it on the show, but it's
yeah.
all good, gangy.
I feel like I don't remember this kid, but we'll see.
It'll be a fun night of fights. UFC has a card as well on Saturday. Probably. Oh, I'll definitely be tuned in. We won't give it too much spotlight on the show today. Joe Pyfer, a potential big name at middleweight in the next few years. He's headlining his first show, so I'm excited to
Jack
see how
Manson.
against Jack Hermanson, who's a really proven guy, man. So I'm excited to see how it unfolds for Joey P.
Mm.
What else, Josh? What else we got?
I know we got Switchy on here. He's fighting. I forget who he's fighting, but that's gonna be an exciting fight, man. My boy
Switchy.
Switchy. Yeah, my boy Switchy. He's on here fighting my boy Andre Philly, bro. He's fighting Dan Ige. That's gonna be a
Oh,
banger, man.
yeah,
I
yeah,
like
yeah.
this one.
Co-main.
Yeah. This is gonna be a good one. Two exciting guys can put the lights out. Andre Philly had an exciting fight last time, so I know people are excited to see this guy again. He had a pretty sick press conference interview at the end of that fight that went viral. So he's going into the.
What did he say?
I can't remember verbatim, but he was like,
You remember?
man, I just nah, I can't remember it verbatim. I'm gonna fuck it up. You say it because you know better.
They love
What do
big
you
booty
say?
Latinas, dude. Come on, dog. Don't we all?
Yeah.
Continue. Continue.
What do you mean, don't we all?
You gotta continue. You can't do that,
anyway,
dog.
anyway,
That's crazy.
anyway. Yeah, this is gonna be a banger, man. Any of these guys can both knock the lights out of each other.
Mm,
Um,
mm.
Danny Gay, I'm pretty sure he needs a win here, man. He's on a tough one. He's got 2 wins last year, and then he suffered a pretty bad loss to Bryce Mitchell. That kind of set him back. So a win here is needed to start off the year. And Andre Philly's coming off that crazy KO, so gonna be a banger, man. I'm excited about this one.
The momentum is real. All right,
Yep.
Joshy, the moment that people all been waiting for, man. I said it at the beginning of the show. This Sunday, this Super Bowl, Kansas City Chiefs, San Francisco 49ers. And I know the real experts lie on the Richie and Mecco connection, as you listeners should definitely head over to get a good analysis on the Super Bowl over there. But Joshy, your unprofessional, professional, casual opinion on the NFL Super Bowl, what is your pick?
Christian McCaffrey, man, he carried me throughout the fantasy league, man. I was like, I think I had like 2 losses, and this man carried me. So I'm going Niners, baby. Niners all day. I'm going with the dogs, man.
Let's go. I'm also going with the Niners, man, because I don't want to see Patty Mahomes win anymore. That guy's coming close to our GOAT up here in New England. So let's stop him. Let's stop him.
Yeah, we don't
San
want to.
Fran.
Yeah, he's getting too close.
Yeah. You got to stay at arm's
We don't want to.
length.
Yeah, we want to keep the GOAT where the GOAT needs to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the GOAT belongs in New England. Number 12, man. That's it.
I don't need this guy breaking his records, man. We're all set on that, man. So I'm going the Niners. Are the Niners the dogs?
Probably,
right?
Yeah, I would guess so.
Man, I hope they win, man.
Me too. But all right. Thank you, listeners. If you made it to this point of the podcast, please check out Josh and I on Instagram. Check out the podcast on Instagram at the HB Pod _ like, subscribe on YouTube, rate 5 stars everywhere else. Check out the shirts.
That's all, my G. Good shit.
All right. Catch you on the next one.